For systems day 2, we're just going to recap what we talked about before, make sure we're good. If we have any questions, we need to make sure we're asking. When a system of linear equations represents a real-world problem, each equation represents a constraint or something that it is a condition of that problem. So what are we trying to figure out? The solution to the system represents the value of the variables where both of the constraints or the conditions of the situation are met. So when both equations are equal. For the problem given below, identify what each variable represents and write in words what each equation represents. So Reggie's parents, they require him to do a total of 16 chores a month. We've got the word total, which is a plus. His chores include sweeping the floors and cleaning the bathrooms. So these are his 2 chores, sweeping floors, cleaning bathrooms. His parents pay him $2 each. There's a multiply word, time he sweeps. And $4 each time. There's another multiply word. So maybe since we used X there, maybe we use Y here. He cleans the bathroom. He earns a total, it's a plus, of $52. So again, we have money words and we have just like chores. So what do we want X to be? Well, we marked X. We could say this is the number of times he sweeps. And Y could be the number of times he cleans the bathroom. So what is our constraint? So they're giving us X plus Y equals 16. So the number of times he sweeps and the number of times he cleans the bathroom equals 16. And we know that 16 is chores when we look up here at the top. So what is the condition? This is the total number of chores he does or he completes. And then this one, 2x plus 4y equals 52. We know 52 is money. So this is going to be the amount of money he earns. So this is just breaking that down for you so you can see the different pieces. So now we're going to take part of that away. We're going to take the system away. And we're going to look at Evan's mom. Evan's mom drops him off at Entertainment Zone for 3 hours and buys him 11 tickets. So we know 3 hours and 11 tickets. So those are going to be our 2 things that we're comparing. He can spend his tickets, okay, driving go-karts or playing mini golf. And each one costs 1 ticket. Driving a go-kart, so go-karts take 10 minutes and mini golf is 45 minutes. How many of each activity can he do? So we have 2 things we're comparing. We have go-karts. How many times can he go on the go-kart? And how many times can he play mini golf? So we have, so what is the one of the constraints? Well, he only has 3 hours to be there. Now, the problem with this is I want you to notice that while we have hours for total, then we have here, we have minutes. So we're going to need to convert hours to minutes. Well, we know there's 60 minutes in an hour, so 60 times 3 is 180 minutes. So we know he has, so one of our constraints or our conditions is he has 180 minutes to play whatever he's going to play. Our other constraint that we talked about was, wrong button, sorry, number of tickets. Okay, so how many, he only has 11 tickets. So he needs to figure out how much time and how many tickets he needs. So we're going to need to write a minutes. So we have 180. We need a minutes equation, and we need a tickets equation. Well, if we're looking at our minutes, we know we have 10 minutes for go-karts. So 10, and our go-kart variable is X, plus 45 minutes for mini golf. Mini golf is Y. And if each one takes one ticket, so I can say one ticket times the number of times we do go-karts, and one ticket times the number of times we play mini golf, and we have a total of 11 tickets. On these next two, we're just going to be writing the equation. We're not doing any solving. So Mr. Kingsley and Mrs. Harris are math teachers at Roosevelt High School. Together, okay, together is an addition word. They make 340 copies. So we're going to add something together, and we're going to get 345, not 340 copies. So there's one of our constraints, or one of our equals. It says Mr. Kingsley makes is an equal word. 3 more than is a plus, half Mrs. Harris. So it tells us X is Mr. Kingsley and Y is Mrs. Harris. So I'm going to go ahead and label some of these. So I have X and Y, and we put those together. So X plus Y equals 345 copies. But then I have Mr. Kingsley is X, and if we look, we say X equals 3 more, so 3 plus half of Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris is Y. So these are going to be our two. So we really need to look for those keywords, and we need to make sure we're translating from symbols to numbers. River Racing is a company that provides inner tubes for children and adults to float the river. Okay, child tube has a diameter of 2.5 feet, and an adult tube has a diameter of 3 feet. River Racing owns a total, there's a plus word, of 160 tubes, and the total diameter is 430 feet. So they're not using X and Y here. They're using C for child and A for adult. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to say C and A. So we have two constraints. Right here we have 160 tubes. So these are going to be our equals. And we have 430 feet. So tubes, we have two types of tubes. We have child tubes and adult tubes. Maybe they have 100 adult tubes and 60 child tubes. If we put those together, it's a total of 160 tubes. But then with this diameter, right, 2.5 is going to be multiplied. 2.5 for each child tube. Each is a multiply word. And 3 feet for each adult tube. Plus, these are also feet numbers. So we want to put them in the feet equation. Now we want to choose which one is right. Whenever you have something like this, you really should write your own, and then you can start eliminating some stuff. So Annette has a math and science test this week. She sets aside 275 minutes for study. So that's going to be one of our constraints. All of these say equal 275. I want you to notice also that all of these have the same first equation. So really we're focused on that second one. She needs to study for science 10 minutes. Less is a minus. Twice is 2. Twice math. Circle the name of the students who correctly wrote the system. Okay, so here's the key part. It says math is X and science is Y. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to put my X and my Y here. So science is going to be 10 minutes less than twice math. So twice math minus 10. So this is X equals 2 science plus 10? No, because it was 2 times math. So not that one. And this one is the same, 2 times the science. So it has to be this one. We've got a couple more here. We're almost wrapped up. You're going to definitely want to use list and spreadsheets for each of these tables. When you do, I don't have my yellow calculator on this particular program, so you should get y equals 15x plus 25 for A, and for B would be y equals 20x. You could also use Desmos for that. All right, last one. They sell sausage and they sell brisket by the pound. Rusty orders 2 pounds of sausage and 3 pounds of brisket for his family, and he pays $21. So it tells us S for sausage, B for brisket, so 2 times S. Please make your S look like an S and not a 2. And 3 brisket, and he paid 21. This was Rusty. And then we have Marta. So for Marta, she's going to order 10 pounds of sausage, so 10S. And she's going to order 14 pounds of brisket. She's paying way more, $100.50. I hope this helps. Have a great day.